Bluegeta has a couple specials. Bluegeta has his Wreckage, light, medium, heavy. He has his command throws, light, medium, heavy. And he has his big bang. Those are Bluegeta specials. Now, when we go over some properties on these. 226 is a beam. It'll trade with other beams. It'll just trade with other beams. Alright? Beam properties. Has a charge on it, and then the beam. Kinda slow. Slow, you use it full screen, right? Because there's a charge on it. But if you peep, point blank is 9 frames. This is awesome for a couple reasons. Like round start, for example. You beat some options. Like let's say Bardock Lariat, right? Oops, wrong thing. Bardock Lariat is 10 frames, right? On round start, you beat that option. How do I record this? Okay, no, I gotta do it on. Get that. If they do round start Lariat, you can always stuff it. Yours is 9 frames. You beat this option. If you're gonna risk a Lariat also, use an assist. Or if you're gonna round start with Big Bang, always cover yourself with an assist. Confirm off this with a bar. Always cover yourself. If you're gonna Big Bang, cover yourself with assist. Always, 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 always. Especially round start. So Wreckage is also a good option. Wreckage is kind of slow though. Compared to that, you will lose. 12, 17. It should be 17. Oh, it's 15. Okay. 12, 17, and 15. So light, medium, heavy. Those are your Wreckers. The first hit of the Wrecker. Then you have your command throws. 20 frames. 23. There should be 23. Oh, 20. Command throws. The properties of command throws. It's a grab. The medium one, you get nothing. You get open. Plus 30. The medium one, on raw hit, you can continue the combo. If you're in the corner, you continue the combo. The only way to keep Oki after that is by using a bar to vanish. And Dragon Rushing after command throw, unfortunately. Unless you get a raw one and you vanish on that, then you super dash. You keep SKD. 2 ways to keep SKD after command throw before smash. EX1, just a quicker version of the medium one, and you can solo combo it. You can solo combo it mid-screen. But again, unless you have meter, you can't end it with Oki. Unfortunately. Nothing. Some people think this will hit croucher. It does not. It just whips completely. Even because the angle is lowered, it does not mean it's going to hit croucher. So keep in mind, you shouldn't just be throwing this out like this, right? This is more like an anti-tool because this has key invo properties. So usually when somebody throws a key blast, they can cancel it, right? On block or on a super dash hit, right? Let me try to see if I could get that to work. Right? You get super dash. If you use a command throw though, they can't cancel into 2H. You see? You see how their 2H never came out? You can't cancel into 2H. That's the way to use the command throws. You want to stop all that key blast stuff, especially like versus this character over here. Alright? Broly. Most Brolys, they won't hold it all. They'll probably do like 1 or 2, right? But they can't cancel this into anything else. This is especially strong versus Broly in the air. Brolys are doing this, right? And they're buffering something. They're doing this and probably buffering that, right? If you super dash, you're getting smoked. In this case, if you just 2-1-4, you smoke them. Even Brolys, if they try it, if they're here just doing this, and they do any special, if they do any special at all, if they try to cancel any special, you just wait. You just reflect, wait your turn patiently. If they go into a special, Niagara punish. Should you use command throws in a combo? Yes and no. If you're close to the corner, it'll net you more damage. Like this is a super dash thing, right? So like if this is a super dash confirm and you're near the corner, go ahead and go for the command throw, right? It's gonna earn you more damage, but you need to spend the meter for Oki. If you're gonna use a command throw in your combo, make sure you have an assist or an assist that's reloading. Then you get in with Oki. That's when you use the command throws. If you happen to get a raw command throw, hope you have the meter for it to get some real Oki, or hope your assist is coming back. This is bigger grab. What else? When else to use it? When else to use the command throw? Actually, yeah, just like I said, use a command throw, you have an assist, you can end with Oki, you can assist reload that same assist you just used, and keep your pressure up. Let me get away from command throws now. Oh. This is another one. So in Dragon Ball Fighterz, you can't melee with command throws. So let's say you get a knockdown, right? I see people do this, right? And they'll try to melee with that. Mind you, first off, you can't melee with command throws. On a wake up. This is gonna whiff against crouchers. So if they're crouching, if they're just down blocking the whole time, this isn't gonna help. You're gonna whiff and you're gonna get punished. You can use this, however, as a spark bait. What you can do, something like this, right? You can spark bait with it, right? But if you're gonna spark bait, the better spark bait would just be the reason you want to do 2d6 enemies. Right? On hit, you get that. If they block it, let's say they didn't spark, they just decided to block. That's not blocking. If they decided to block and you have an assist, you can set up your 50-50. So if you think, oh, this is a good sparking bait part, right? So if you spark bait with your Wreckage, instead of risking it all with 2 and 4. Not only would you net better damage, you get Oki, and if they decide not to spark, then you also get a mix. So 2 and 4s are awesome for spark bait, but don't use it on Oki like that. If you must use the assist on Oki, the best way to go about that would be 2 and 4 with an assist, backing you up. Right? Have an assist back you up. So in case you do whiff or they're crouching, the assist has you covered. Like if they wake up 2H. You need an assist that will cover you. Mind you, Broly has armor on his 2H also. Roshi has armor in his 2H also, so this just happened to work out. But versus other characters, it works out way better. So if you're gonna go for some 2-1-4 Oki, use an assist to cover you. Another reason for having an assist cover you is the simple matter that you actually get a mix from this. You just gotta have an assist to cover you. But I wouldn't recommend it. Now let's move on to the Rekkas. Rekkas are probably Bluegeta's best specials. This is where your whole offense comes from, your mix comes from, your damage comes from. Everything stems out of the Rekka series. So he has a couple series. He has the light, medium, heavy. So light, medium, and the heavy version. Light keeps you grounded. It goes into a true block string. So with the Wreckage series, how do you use it? In neutral, you can use it as a movement option, right? You can do this, do this. If you're in the corner, let's say they knock you down, you can use it to try to get up the corner and call assist. Right? Heavy, I mean you can use the light, the medium, or the heavy version. With the medium Rekka, and time the light, or do the easy one, which is the one I do. With light command throw, you see how close it puts you? Those are the two ways you do that. That's another way to use the special. Back to the Rekkas though. We're gonna wreck a series. This is where everything stems from. This is where you get your mix, your pressure, and stuff like that. On block, the first hit is always -8. -8. -8. Mind you, the medium one puts you in the air. Alright? Medium one puts you in the air. That's important, because that's what enables you to mix. Sorry, I'm doing Roshi mid-screen. This is what allows you to go for your 50-50. This is the tool you want to use the most. Another one is this. The second medium. So 236M and 236XM, which is the second hit. This enables you to go for your mix. Now, the problem with this is it's reflectable. It does not go into a true block string. Light does. True block string. Medium does not. Heavy does. And then you're like, oh, can't I just remedy by doing it one record that jails and then going into medium? No. Any record that puts you in the air, it's reflectable. So you can't just do that. If you use the light series keeps you grounded. It's a true block string. Any medium series in a block string is not a true block string. So any medium Rekka in a block string is never a true block string. It doesn't matter when you use it. This is not a true block string. This is not a true block string. This is not a true block string. Any Rekka, any medium Rekka, any block string is never a true block string. So you might think it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. There's reasons for it. The reason 236M isn't true in a block string is because it's ridiculous how easy a 50-50 would be set up with this, right? Even Teen Gohan can't even set it up that way. You can reflect Teen Gohan's kicks. So cross-up is for cross-up protection, right? So even if you do something like this, right? And then you do medium, you need cross-up protection. Otherwise, this happens. You do the light version, and there's no mix. There is no left right there. Just a normal block, just an auto block. There was no mix there. You need to use the medium one to break up cross-up protection. If you're gonna go for a 236XH, that's why it doesn't jail. That's why they don't jail. The second one's the same thing. This doesn't jail because you get your 50-50 for this. Also be aware the second hit that puts you in the air can be anti-aired, frame 1. So if they have a frame 1 anti-air or reversal, well, frame 1 anti-air, they can get out of this. But this is where you have to set up a lot of the mind games with the Rekkas. And I'll go over that. Well, let me just finish with the Rekkas. If you are in a corner, what Rekkas do you go for? If you are in a corner and you manage to land a hit, always go medium, light, medium. You would rather just use the bar, get the corner back, run your Oki. Full screen, you also have the advantage. Let's say you want to go full screen, right? You got the hit here. Use the heavy one. You can end it there. If you don't use your double jump, you can do this. That's what you want to take him to the other side. You got an easy hit. You want to hit him to the other side. You want to do that. Otherwise, you just do a regular same B&B, which would be this. Right? This is the typical B&B that you use. Meterless, whatever. That's how you use that. And in some cases, it will be the combo you will go to. But if you have the meter to spare, if you build meter like crazy, why not take advantage, right? The side switch. Side switch, get the corner back. Stuff like that. So just be aware where you're at on the screen and take advantage. If you're here, take the corner. Okay, there we go. This time, you can see the heavy whip. The heavy whip allowed me to build meter. So just keep in mind that the heavy Rekkas will kill your meter build if you choose to use them in a combo. They'll net you damage, but they kill your meter build. Another way to use the heavy Rekkas, you can use them as a lariat. Right? About this distance, look at that. Look how much that covered. That was a round start backdash. A round start IAD back. Round start backdash hits. Has really, really good range. You can use this. Just know the range of your moves. You're at this distance, bam, you can snipe them out. There's so much with the Rekkas that I want to cover everything on it. I guess I should go now into the mix with the Rekkas since we're talking about specials. The medium, like, as I was going to say, the medium Rekkas allow you to mix. It gives you 50-50s. I'm going to put it to guard first only. Right? That's a high. That's a low. So you get a true 50-50. You could also set this up with medium. So just to show you how this would work or look with the computer already set this way, with the medium, go into the other medium. Oops. High. Low. You get a 50-50 with either 236M or 236XM. I say XM, it means whatever button you want to put in there, medium. So you would be able to get it from heavy medium, light medium, or medium. You get a 50-50 from the second Rekka. You also get a 50-50 from the first medium Rekka. You don't get a 50-50 from the light Rekka because it keeps you grounded, or the heavy Rekka keeps you grounded. Some people play around and try to do all 3 Rekkas. It's very niche. You could get punished. It's dependent on the opponent's blocking state also, which is very bad. It's very inconsistent. I wouldn't go for this. But you could do all 3 Rekkas, like medium, right? Let me put a guard all. You see how it has a little jump? If you use like light, heavy, medium, something like. You could set stuff up. I wouldn't recommend using the 3rd Rekka for mix at all. Not at all, to be honest. Now, a lot of people are turned off by Bluegetas not having a true block strength. But you can't go into block strength and then go for the mix, right? Not a true block strength. So a lot of Bluegetas try to or not a lot, but new Bluegetas try to compensate with this by like, oh, you know what? Nobody thought of this. It's a true block string, and I get the mixed. Oops. All right, the second one leaves in the air. Hey, that's pretty good, right? That's the problem there. The JL, that's fine. That works perfectly. Go for it. The 2L does not work. There's delay on it. Since you 2H, now you added recovery to your landing. It's not a true 50-50. You can fuzzy guard this very, very, very easily. 236N doesn't have this problem. There's no landing lag for this. This is how you want to mix. You don't want to mix with this. There's also inconsistencies with this. If they're crouching, this also, I'm in a corner, but this messes it up. It's very inconsistent. I don't recommend going for it. Don't go for it, actually. It's not that I don't recommend it. Do not go for 2H Rekka. Do not. Don't do it. It's bad. You're going to get blown up for it. How do you use Big Bang? It's your beam, essentially, right? You use like a beam, use it sparingly. Be aware, just like a Kamehameha, make a super dash past this. There's instances where you catch them. But this is a not. Big Bang's also has terrible frame rate. Terrible. So it's like very risky to throw up. -16, you're getting punished. Even if you do this, you're getting punished. So you either have meter, an assist, or something. If you're gonna throw 236 in neutral, try to have a nice little distance. Right. This can be punished just like any other beam, and since it takes so long, it's easy to react to. You're charging, somebody can just super you. While you're doing this, somebody, bam, just supers and just kills your whole thing. Another way to use Big Bang when you start zoning with Bluegeta, since they buffed the Ki Blast, you can whip cancel into 236S, right? So always buffer. Always, if you're gonna throw Ki Blast, buffer 236. Why do you want to buffer? You want to buffer so in case they do super dash. Because remember, if your Ki Blasts are reflected, not guard cancel, if they're reflected or deflected at all, you cannot cancel into anything except Big Bang or a super. Those are the only two things you can cancel into, or you can cancel into another Ki Blast. Those are the only two things you can cancel into. Because Bluegeta's Ki Blasts are still bugged. At this point, it might just be an intentional design. I don't think so, but it's still bugged out. You can still do your Big Bang. Big Bang is 9-frame startup, so just buffer it. Just always buffer it. Just always buffer. Buffer 236 or 214. Just buffer it. They don't do anything, then you just keep zoning. We're still talking about specials. I could also talk about ending a combo, right? Let's say you end a combo with a Dragon Rush. You do Big Bang. That's ideally what you want to do, right? If you did not use your command throw, you could always end in 214L. This is important because at high, very high hit stun deterioration, 236 just pops out. Doesn't work at all. They just, you go into your Dragon Rush, you're like, oh, look at the damage, you do this, and then they pop out, and now you're getting punished. But what does always work, as long as you didn't use your command throw, 214L. Always works. Bring it back down to the ground, get a little bit of extra damage. Always, 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 always work. You no longer have to spend a bar or anything. You don't have to spend a bar or anything anymore to get Oki. You can get a real SKD and some Oki anywhere you want now. They also buff Bluegeta, where you can use his medium version of the throw in a combo mid-screen. Solo, actually. I'll give you an example of how you can do this. Solo, you can do something like this. Look at that. Comboed solo. You get that. You get some decent damage.